You're listening to the Betoota Advocate's weekly news wrap on Desert Rock FM 96.5.
G'day and welcome back to the Betoota Weekly News Wrap. Thanks for tuning in and Happy New Year. We're coming to you live from Koala Mattress Studios in downtown Betoota, and my name is Bruce Hitchcock. Joining me in the studio today to wrap up all the biggest stories and kick off 2019 is Wendell Hussey.
Yes, hello and Happy New Year, everyone. I hope the break has treated you well.
Now, Del, it was obviously a little quieter over the last couple of weeks in terms of the news cycle, but there's still been a bit going on.
Yeah, as the old saying goes, news never sleeps, and that certainly has been the case at the Betoota Advocate. Earlier this week, we broke an exclusive story which confirmed that the number 8 doesn't turn into the number 9 that easily. While a new year brings with it optimism and a chance for a fresh start, it's also promising months of frustration for the date-writing people of Australia who, time after time, write the year as 2018 instead of 2019. The problem's reared its ugly head many times already, with many across the town and the country struggling to get the new year right on various forms and occasions. We spoke to one local man named Damo who's been burned a few times by the calendar ticking over already.
There's no use in fighting it. I know I'll be doing it for months to come, so if I embrace it, that's just one less thing to get annoyed at. One of my resolutions this year is to not let things bother me too much. So if 2019, the date, wants to frustrate me, I'm just going to tell it to get in the queue.
Sounds like a wise plan from young Damo. And elsewhere around town, the Advocate revealed as recently as a few days ago that a local father has been reassuring his family the Christmas ham is still good to go. With a mouthful of nearly a fortnight-old ham, the patriarch, like many others around the country, insisted that the swine was still perfectly fine. He told our reporters that the ham bag keeps the stuff fresh for weeks. The local dad then reportedly started calling any family members who refused to eat the meat soft and spoilt.
In some national news now, and it's been confirmed that 70% of the nation are currently regretting not becoming teachers. With the Christmas break coming to an end and an overwhelming sense of regret sweeping the nation, it was acknowledged by many that they'd stitched themselves up and chosen the wrong profession. The regret was found in nearly 4/5 of the population this week, who were left wondering why they didn't choose a career in the education system. However, one local teacher assured us that it's not all that it's cracked up to be.
Everyone thinks that having holidays all the time is great, but they don't understand how expensive it is to travel at this time of year. And I've got a couple of plans to write, so it's not all rest and relaxation.
And in other news around Australia, a group of Nazis, photographed clearly acting like Nazis, have claimed not to be Nazis this week. This comes after 100 far-right activists clashed with 200 anti-racism protesters on the foreshore of St Kilda beach throughout the afternoon last Saturday. Following the demonstration, a bunch of people who did Nazi salutes while covering their lip John Cleese style in a tribute to Adolf Hitler while protesting against migration and promoting white Australia have claimed this week that they are not in fact Nazis. Seemingly ignoring the fact that a generation of men went to fight against Nazism, one of the men told our reporters whilst doing the Zig Heil that he was actually just a proud Aussie that watches Sky News and is sick of hearing about teenage migrants committing crimes in this suburb he isn't from.
And on the sporting front this week, Bruce, Cricket Australia's selectors look to be ringing in the changes after a dismal series loss to India. With the Australian team losing a home series to India for the first time ever and no batsman scoring a century across the 4 tests, selectors have responded by implementing drastic changes. Under fire for their at times confusing top order picks, the selectors today announced that they would be shaking up the batting order for the Sri Lanka series. The chairman of selectors, Trevor Hone, said that poor light and drizzly showers would be opening the batting after they showed incredible fight and tenacity to save the last test match against India. He explained that they showed more ability to stay out in the middle for extended periods of time than any other batsman, and as such they were promoted up the order for the next series.
Well, let's hope that stems the bleeding, eh? Anyway, that's it for the news wrap this week. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast in order to keep up to date on what's been happening around town, around the country, and around the world. Until next week, I'm Bruce Hitchcock.
And I'm Wendell Hussey.